We welcome you to Los Angeles. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the mound now, Shohei Ohtani. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Agustin Ramirez, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. And he takes a strike.
That's a ball.
Let's go, Blue.
Got him swinging. One gone here.
Second,
and time now for the Marlins lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They've got some free swingers, don't they? It's a great approach with pitches over the plate, but when the pitcher expands the zone, it just doesn't work. They need to draw more walks to get runners on base.
The 0-1. And that's too high. Foul ball. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Come on, Showtime.
2 down, nobody on. Strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Here's the 0-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
The 1-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
We go to the bottom of the first, and getting the start for Miami, Janson junk. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Ohtani in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Ohtani with a swing. High fly ball driven deep to right. That one carrying. Going. Gone. A solo shot. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
On the ground, right side, Edwards. There's one.
He's
Throw
out.
to first, but he beat it.
Safe.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
One out man at first. Here's Kyle Tucker. Yeah, that's fouled off. Yo, one. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
0-2 now. On the ground, could be two. Edwards to second, on to first, double play. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's an early 1-0 lead. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And now for the Marlins, Connor Norby.
Ball one.
The 1-1.
Ball two.
Ground ball right side. And that one finds its way through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Hey!
Quick toss to first. Norby back in standing. Norby gets his lead at first with nobody out. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides, and with the stuff pitchers.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Couldn't have picked a better pitch to go on. It looked like he was going no matter what, but you steal bases so many times off the pitcher. You get that jump there, and if the catcher's great, he can make up the time, but if you've got good speed, he's not going to make it up.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. 1 out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. On the ground, right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Batting 7, shortstop Leo Jimenez.
Leo Jimenez, the next up for the Marlins.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Tap foul at the plate. Two on, 1 out. That one at triple digits.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason, and that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Nope, that's inside.
Two on, 2 outs.
And that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do.
Makes the catch. Inning over. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the second. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's a laser base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Out towards right center field. Hernandez on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 7, center fielder Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes now at the plate. Way high.
Let's go, Andy.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Here's Edwards for 1. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Marlins 0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And now for the Marlins, Esteury Ruiz.
Come on, showtime.
Strike two.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball. That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First two pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count, and at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Aye.
That one at triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Let's go, showtime.
Set down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. Ramirez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 1-2. That
Oh,
one
that's
way
high.
inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Otto Lopez. He's 0 for 1. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball there. Swings through that one for strike 2. And they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Ball inside.
The 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On the ground. And that's the inning. Miami down in order. They're down 1-0. Back here in LA as we go to the last of the 3rd. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
First pitch swing in, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Ball. That's down.
The 1-0. And that one hit to first. Norby over to second, and they got to change the mojo. 3 double plays in the first 3 innings.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, And the middle infielder throwing to a moving target, everything has to be perfect. And right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Base is empty after the double play. Here's Ohtani. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. That one fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. That's got a chance. Just missed it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they still lead it 1-0. Start of the fourth, and now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
For the Marlins, first baseman, Connor Norby.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Strike 2. The Marlins trailing by a run, top half of inning number 4. Struck him out swinging. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. Outside,
Ball, that's just
and
out.
it's 2-0. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. One challenge remaining for them now.
Come on, showtime.
Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Nice grab. Fires to first. Pretty nice play there.
Making it look easy at the Keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the fourth, Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one lifted to left. Stowers going back on this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
That one ripped. Snags it on the run. And there's two down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard-hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Tucker stands in now and watches strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
This one in the air. And the inning is over. Dodgers down in order, but they lead it 1-0. Ready now for the fifth inning, and now for the Marlins, Heriberto Hernandez.
You know, these
That's a
Marlins,
ball.
as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
.99 miles per hour to finish him off. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Up next for the Marlins, shortstop Leo Jimenez.
That's out.
Close,
That's ball
but call
two.
the ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Tucker settles underneath it. 2 away.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman Javier Sanoja.
Javier Sanoja getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And it's even
Ball
up.
1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Shoots a line drive single into right center. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the Marlins, center fielder Esteury.
Throw on to Freeman. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Ripped to third. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Dalton Rushing.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. That's ripped into the outfield. And he misses it. It drops in. Now around second, going for third.
That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
One down, runner at Andy Pajes digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Got him to chase one upstairs there. In the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me, and I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Inning over. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moments so far. And now, Agustin Ramirez.
Catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
New pitcher now, Alex Vesia.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Inside, ball 1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Nope.
The 1-0. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder Kyle Stowers.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important getting back into this ballgame.
The Dodgers trying to protect a 2-run lead, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him swinging.
Up next, for the Marlins, first baseman, Janson.
Check swing. He went. Strike 1. And a swing and a miss there. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 left for Miami. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here in L.A. and at the plate for the Dodgers, Alex Freeland.
Alex Freeland.
Foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Hard liner. Nice grab on the run. And there's 1 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
That one catches the zone. Strike 1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike. A good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Now the 0-1.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just
outside.
baseball sometimes.
The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit. Spoiled that backdoor breaking ball perfectly. Stayed tall, didn't lean out towards it, let it get deep, and then just squared it up pretty nicely the opposite way. That's great hitting.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Janson Junk out of the game. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for
New
Miami,
pitcher on
number
here,
53,
Calvin Fauché.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 2.
That's a ball. Man at second. Ground ball to the right side.
Norby steps on the bag, and there's 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Michael Peterson, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. King getting loose as well. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. High fly ball right field. Hernandez settles under this one, and that will end the inning. So the Dodgers leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. We go to the top of the 7th, and now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. Pitch is in there. Strike 1.
Ball, that's too high.
Garcia, in his 6th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2 stays alive. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Hey!
The 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Marlins, shortstop Leo Jimenez.
Leo Jimenez, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. And they're down 2-0.
Now pitching for Miami,
Michael Peterson into the game.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading off for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Hit in the air, center field. Ruiz on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First offering way inside, almost got him. One out and a runner at second. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Pickoff throw, and he dives back in safely. The 1-0. In the air to left center. That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Swing and a pop-up. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Hassan.
Now a chance for Ha-Seong Kim.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Late swing, foul to the left. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
On the ground to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 3-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Ready to begin the 8th. Javier Sanoja getting ready to hit. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Tanner Scott.
Tanner.
Ball in. That's ball 2.
Here's a 2-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. The high heat, too much on that one.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Late with the swing there. And that one wrapped foul. The Dodgers leading by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground, right side. Jump throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next, for the Marlins, catcher Agustin Ramirez.
So back to the top of the order. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 in this one.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. Ground ball, left side, and that's just foul. The 0-2. Swings and misses. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They trail it here 3-0.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm, John King.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Leading off for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
That clips the corner. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Here's the 0-1. Grounds one to short. Whips it to first. Freeman is out. There's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
2 down, base is empty. Max Muncy now at the plate. Miami's bullpen with some action. Andrew Nardi, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And the 1-0. Tap foul at the plate.
That's ball 2.
And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. Kyle Tucker up next for the Dodgers. Outside, and it's ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Swing and a foul out of play. Muncy, the runner at first with 2 gone. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
So don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
Oh, 2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
One and 2 here. To third. Sanoha. And that'll do it. 1 left for LA, but they lead it 3-0. We go to the ninth, and now here's the Marlins DH, Otto Lopez. That one is upstairs. On the ground right side. Freeman takes it himself. Now one gone in the ninth.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
For the Marlins, left fielder Kyle Stowers.
In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next, for the Marlins, first baseman Connor Norby.
Marlins down to their final out. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3. Scott looking for his first save of the year.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That's hard hit on the line. And that should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And this is going to be a 2-out triple.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, he held them down for 2 solid innings, recording 6 outs in this game. Really nice job of executing his pitches, really just playing catch with the catcher, throwing whatever was put down, and letting the defense do some work behind him.